I feel like it's in sync with what's happening globally right now. So I think that there are shifts happening that are going to start showing up now. And like I said, I've still got some of the residue. You know, I can't move real quickly or anything, or I'll be dizzy. But I just feel like everything has shifted.
And what do you really mean by that? What does that mean, shifted?
It means that everything's been happening behind the scenes. And we're finally to the point where it will show up and manifest in the outside world that we have created.
Okay.
To where people will be able to see truth.
And how, so all that energy shifting and all those changes is what makes people like yourself, who is quite empathic, feel symptoms.
Absolutely, totally discombobulated. I'm not a good person for that to happen to, you know, because I'm not brave and strong. You know, I constantly worry about, I should have been, I needed to do this, I needed to do that. And yesterday I finally had to say, I got a couple of the main things done that I felt like I had to do, and then I just walked away. I walked outdoors, I sat in the sun for hours, I read, I just allowed what was going on to go on. And then by evening, I tried to tell my kids something and it made me tear up, and so it scared everybody. And it's like, I don't even have a clue why I teared up, but I think it was a relief. I knew I was going to be better, that everything had passed. And then I woke up this morning, looked at the clock, and it was 5:55.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, we're 2 hours apart, but still.
It doesn't matter. Does not matter.
Yeah, I had 444-555.
Wow.
Last night.
New foundations, changes. And yesterday, when I was sitting up meditating, I saw a herd of horses with people on them just galloping. And they were galloping from right to left, which according to some people, that means it's in your life now. So that tells me very fast movement, and there's people involved in this movement.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, Joann.
If you make me dizzy, I'll be mad at you. No, go ahead, have at it.
Stand up and spin around. No, okay.
No, God, no. Even the idea makes me sick.
Well, I don't want to make you dizzy. So.
You're not going to make me dizzy. I'm just giving you.
Okay.
Ration.
So, you know, I suggested a couple weeks ago that what you were experiencing, particularly in the middle of the night when you got up quickly, was a phenomenon called orthostatic hypotension, which is a medical syndrome. It's not a diagnosis. It's a symptom of something.
Right.
And so you stand up quick, your blood pressure drops, and so that's a medical phenomenon. Now, I know that your dizziness is extended beyond that. The medical nurse inside of me is going, why not get a checkup, a medical checkup?
I hear you. And that's what I got from Jeff last night too. You know, it's almost like a test of faith in some ways. And believe me, I don't move quickly. I haven't been moving quickly at all, but something says to me that I will know the minute I need to do that. Okay. I don't think there's a medical figure anywhere that is going to understand anything about the bigger part of this.
Fair enough.
You know, and at my age, going into a brand new doctor, there's going to be so much stereotyping going on from the minute I walk in that door that they're not going to see me. They're going to see another older person with dizzy spells. Okay. And I don't want to get into the system of, well, I'm pretty sure it's this, so here's some medication for this. And then all of a sudden, pretty soon I've got symptoms that are coming from medications. I don't want to get into that game unless I really truly have to or need to. As long as I continue to get better, I'm feeling okay. I have generally low blood pressure. Okay, so Jeffrey had suggested maybe you could take a baby aspirin a day. If I got low blood pressure, I don't want to be taking anything else to thin my blood. You know, if it was high, that'd be different. But so anyway, I am thinking in some ways this was created because I still hesitate to stand up and speak my truth. Therefore, I help people by taking on more. So, sorry, that's the best I can do for you right there.
You don't need to apologize. I'm curious. I'm very curious about this as a, you know, medical professional that's going to be in my blood. I'm married to a physician. I am, you know, I worked as 30 years in the system.
Absolutely.
And I look at merging the two now and in my current practice. And I'm fascinated by how individuals make that decision as to whether they're going to get medical care or not. And you're unique in that you rarely go, if ever. I don't know. I know you go to the dentist, and that's an ordeal. But
that's just I'm in pain. But anyway,
you know, you had told me at one time you're your own physician, and I think about that because you know, I was very far removed from that, and I was the total opposite. You know, oh, got to run to the doctor for everything, you know, and the doctor was God, and, you know, whatever the doctor said. And that's how I was raised and how my family was. My mom was always looking up in medical books, although she was then doing astrology and woo-woo stuff. So I think she was the original trying to merge the two, but she kind of tended towards the medical end of things. You know, it's one of the things I'm starting to believe for me, Joann, is that we're in a human body, right? You know, we're having this soul experience, but we chose to be in a human body. And there are things that, and I'm not lecturing you, I'm just saying what I am coming to understand for me. There are things that what we call traditional medicine not shamanic medicine traditional, but just run-of-the-mill medicine, the system that we often refer to, they know how the body works. They're good at the 3D stuff. They're good at that. Yes, in general, there's then a disconnect with any of the other spiritual piece. I do think that there are clinicians out there in functional medicine, naturopathic medicine, and even in just regular Western medicine, but it's hard to find them, that can combine the treatment. For many, many years, my job was to work with floridly psychotic people and help them get medical care, because they die at a rate, the average age of death for somebody with a chronic mental illness is mid-50s. That's their lifespan because they don't get medical care. Now, I'm not saying you're crazy.
Oh, don't worry. I know I'm not crazy.
I'm not saying, and I don't use that word lightly because of the work I've done, but I'm not saying that you have a mental illness. I'm bringing this up because I was able to negotiate the medical system with people that were floridly psychotic, thought they had, implants, and maybe they did. I don't know. And that's how I approached it. So we're out there, I guess is what I'm saying. We're out there. You probably won't find that in a traditional medical office, which is unfortunate. I mean, but some places are trying to merge that. And I know I'm getting off on a tangent and I'm losing you. So
No, I hear you.
I guess that's my hope, is that, within healthcare, we can quit fucking judging everybody.
Or stereotyping.
And really be patient-centered. I was at a meeting with all these highfalutin people last week. I call it the dog and pony show, trying to recruit somebody to come into the medical system that they really wanted. And it was fascinating to me to hear 6 physicians laughing about how there is no such thing as patient-centered care. It's just lip service. And I just sat back and was like, wow. They're like, you say it, but who's doing it? Who's really doing it? And so yeah, there's both sides to this.
Gosh, that's sad.
Right. When the physicians see that, and it came from a place of, they were all very impassioned and wanted that, right? And talking about the barriers to that, and complaining that, we say that in the mission statement, the executives say that, and these are the big, top physicians in the facility saying this, and
yeah.
And so, and nursing has that same conversation. Physical therapists have that same conversation. Aides have that same conversation. When are we going to be able to really shift that? And I hope that part of this shift is that we will see that. I mean, we have to. You say that the shift is over, or the bulk of it is done, then okay, let's go.
It's all part, it didn't happen by accident. It's all part of the control. We give up. Most people don't know how they feel. I've heard a friend of mine and my son both get up in the morning and say, well, I had a good night's sleep because I checked my watch and it says I slept this strong, and it's like, yeah, that's what we're coming to, I fully believe that no one knows your own body like you know your own body. But when you get into fear, then you give away your power to the doctors. Are wonderful. Man, if I fall down and break my leg or do anything like that, I want a doctor. Of course I do. But for every little thing, no, I don't. You know, I would never tell anybody else to do what I do. You know, because I am that sure of myself. I never carried insurance. I didn't let Jerry pay for insurance for me. It was too expensive. And they didn't cover a chiropractor or an acupuncturist or a massage therapist. That's how I take care of myself. And it's worked very, very well for 72 years. I do not tell anyone else to do that. But I do see that this has been created through fear. That's why the doctors are so busy. It's a cycle. They've gotten extra busy because everybody's in fear, so they can't give the patient care like they want to, you know. So it's just a cycle. But that too is changing. You know, a lot of things will change rather quickly.
Tell me more about the release yesterday that you had.
I don't know very much about it. I just know that all of a sudden, what I did was we were supposed to go out tomorrow night for my birthday. And we've had some social things going on just because of the wedding that's coming up. And with this dizziness, it was making me very, very self-conscious, you know, stuff like this. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to wait and celebrate the end of the month with Jeffrey when he has his birthday. And that's all I was saying. And it just erupted into tears, which got Jeffrey going on, well, it doesn't hurt. He's talking your talk there to me, you know, and I understand where he's coming from. They work in that field, you know, and I try not to say too much to him because I don't want that heavy energy worry coming into me either, because that's not good. But I just felt like those tears came from a sudden release of, okay, I think I've got this made. I think I'm going to get through this. You know, I pulled a card from the 7, that Oracle of the 7 that we use 3 or 4 days ago, and I got number 28, which was breaking open. And that made me think, without reading it that much even, that it was about all the light coming in and becoming who I am. You know, because that's what's happening to all of us. We're changing as this light comes into us. So then yesterday I was, of course, more concerned again. So I put it back in the deck, shuffled the whole 9 yards, and it came up again. So it's like, okay, I think I'm on track here a little bit. Not throwing caution to the wind. I'm not going to do that. You know, if it continues, yes, I'll go do something. But if it continues to get better like it is right now, then I'm going to stand in my faith and in my knowing, which is very difficult to do when you don't feel good.
Yes, it is.
And that's why it's hard for me to tell people a lot, because I will succumb to what they think is best instead of doing what I think is best. And you know how you get when you're hurt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, there's my story. I feel like it's a good news story.
Oh yeah, that's the title of this, right? So the good news is that you're feeling
that everything has shifted.
And you're not going to die right now.
Well, you know, I don't have a problem with that if I were to die right now. But I don't think that's part of the plan. If it is, that's okay. And don't let anybody else tell you that it wasn't.
Okay.
But it feels like there's quite a bit more excitement to go that I wouldn't mind being a part of right here. The good part's coming in.
Well, Joanne, since last time was all about me, guess what?
It was all about me.
We're pulling a card for you this time.
Oh, okay.
Since last time for me.
What deck are you in?
Yeah, boy, this one was calling to me even before we got on.
Oh, the map. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the question is something around what does Joann need to know about, I will say this before I ask the question. Any of Colette's decks that she makes, until she says otherwise, which I doubt she will, are not for medical questions. And she's very adamant about that. So, people do it still, but she created the decks with the intention that they wouldn't be predictive of any kind of medical situation or even prescriptive of any kind of medical information. So,
right. So that doesn't bother me a bit because I don't think this is a medical question.
right. I just wanted to say that for the audience, more or less, just so
right.
that,
right.
Since I predominantly use Colette Baron-Reid's cards, that's kind of, when she develops the decks, and she's pretty adamant about that. So, I can ask, what do you need to know about moving beyond your current symptoms?
No, how about asking what the energy is around what I'm experiencing right now?
What do you mean by energy? Because it's pretty broad.
I wouldn't think that'd be too broad for these cards.
Okay. You want to know what the meaning?
What is it about? What is it about?
What is the meaning of the energy? Tell me again what.
Yeah, you're going there. You're going there. That's fine. Tell us what we need to. Tell me what I need to know about the energy around what's going on with me right now.
Okay. All right. What does Joann need to know specifically about the energy that is around her right now for her highest good?
Broken Open. That was the name of that card.
I actually think that's a card in this deck. Dry Desert.
Dry Desert. It's a 4.
I got it in protection.
Oh, you got it reversed. Okay.
And I think I need to read and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. I'm just going to read the reversed message.
Okay.
The subject of your inquiry is barren and can't give you anything right now.
Oh my goodness.
No matter how beautiful and seductive the shimmering glow of a mirage, this is an illusion. When the dry desert card is reversed, it is warning not to be hypnotized into thinking you will achieve your desire. This well is empty. Can we do it over? Consider the gift here. All right, let's get to the gift. Know that while this is not the right place, person, or circumstance for you at the moment, it means that something much better, more fulfilling, and life-sustaining is coming. Celebrate the warning and be grateful. So it's a warning sign.
Yeah.
What's going on around you right now is a warning sign.
I think your personality is totally in that card.
What? You think it's my energy?
Yes. No, it's fine. It's fine. You just go right ahead with it.
Talk.
No, you talk.
I'm kind of at a loss. I don't like it.
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say.
um, don't deceive yourself, Joann.
There you go.
Even when you really think you know, be aware of the illusion that's all around us all the time.
I'm hearing it. I'm hearing you.
I'm going to read the upright because sometimes that helps me to really understand the reverse. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until, after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water essential for life can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find the truth there. That's why the subject of your inquiry is barren, because the truth is deep within you.
Right.
So,
right. And we talk about the illusion. Okay. We're in a moment of time where the dark has lost, but they're not totally convinced they've lost yet. Okay. They're hanging on, like the cat on the shower curtain. Okay. So when you get light workers out there doing their work, there's going to be dark energies come around and try to destabilize them. I mean, that's just part of it. And that is part of the illusion. Everything is an illusion. We know that. Okay. We're in the process of creating a new illusion, a new peaceful illusion, instead of the illusion that we live in now.
So even when we are in paradise, it's an illusion?
Well, it's all holographic. We create our reality, whether it's peace or whether it's war.
Well, I thought the whole point of this shift was that we would wake up and not be in an illusion and see reality.
No, we wake up and realize that we're creating the illusion and that we can create peace.
Where the hell have I been?
Yeah.
Just that.
No, we live, it's a holographic universe. The real thing is when we do leave, we walk out, and we go back to, this is a play. This is.
Yeah, I know that. But I thought that when we came to paradise and all that, that this part of all that was over. And it was.
This part, the lousy part will be over. We'll find out that we can co-create this beautiful planet that was meant to be in the first place, instead of playing a role in the co-creation of what we have created just because we've been controlled by fear, which is the greatest mechanism in the world to control
I kind
people.
of get it.
Yeah. If you
But
just,
we diverted from you in this card,
pardon me?
but we got away from you in this card.
No, we didn't, because you talked about the illusion. Be aware of the illusion, where the illusion, at first glance, you might want to say the illusion is you think you're fine and you're not fine. You need to go get some help. That isn't the illusion. The illusion that's being thrown at me right now is you can't be that sure of yourself. You cannot know yourself that well. You need to bend a little bit and get over here in this other space where everybody else is, just a little bit. When in fact, I will, if there's always a knowing, okay? And so there's this knowing where it's like, okay, there's a little problem here. Let's just go see where I can get someone to look at it and see what they say. And what I would probably do is find a good or naturopathic or something like this, okay? But as far as just panicking, thinking, oh God, heart attack coming, worse yet, stroke coming, that type of thing. That's not where I'm being led right now. So the dry desert, the card itself looks very solid to me. Very solid. But I think some of it is showing that the illusion is the dry desert.
It's really not dry.
It's not dry.
And we all think the oasis is the illusion. I mean, that's how we're taught with the desert, that's a mirage, an illusion.
Right,
but
right.
maybe that isn't the case.
No, yeah, what we're not seeing.
We can create
we get to create. Yeah. The paradise is right there. The illusion is like a smoke screen. If you look a little closer, you'll see all the amazing growth.
Right.
And you'll hear the laughter, and you'll hear the drumming and all the good stuff, I had to dig deep for that, Marianne. So I'm going to thank you right now.
Before you get dizzy?
For being who you are.
Well,
I wouldn't have meant that 5 minutes ago. And I'm telling it like it is. I was ready to cry and ready to shut off the thing. And it's like, okay, let's dig a little deeper here. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything is really fine. And I thank you. Oh my God. You must say something.
I love you.
I love you right back.
I think this is actually a good place to stop because of time. And
okay. Look at, you talked about black today, both of us being in black. And look at the power that just came through.
Right.
So next week we do an activation for sure, right?
Yeah, card and activation.
Okay. And then I also have another subject I want to talk about one of these weeks, and that's some new stuff I learned about manifestation.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be great fun.
Okay.
Okay. Namaste.
Namaste.
We love you all.